Warning, this video contains spoilers. If you haven't finished the MSQ, you might want to proceed with caution. The new raid tier, AAC Light-Heavyweight, just dropped, and I've had the chance to dive into it. I wanted to share my thoughts and get your opinions on how this tier stacks up. In this video, I'll cover the context surrounding this new tier, how AAC compares to previous raid tiers, and my take on mechanic design and overall impressions. I've recorded my runs through this fight and will play them in the background. I am new to Gunbreaker and these fights, so please don't judge my gameplay too harshly. With that said, let's jump right in. Let's start by talking about the story of this new raid series. The Arcadian is a futuristic gladiator-like arena that was shut down for a while, but is starting back up to distract the people of Solution 9 from the loss of their king and queen. Your competition in this contest consists of fighters who use the souls of beasts, through those regulators attached to their heads, to aid them in battle. Each fighter has their own personality and little backstory as you progress through the fights. The story deepens towards the end when Wild Thunder, the sister of your first opponent Yana, mysteriously returns after a long hiatus. After losing to you, the estranged sister talks about the negative impacts of using beast souls and how the permanent damage leads to eventual death, revealing that she returned to fight you to steal your soul to save hers. I actually like it. It's relatable to me. They've taken concepts from other stories and compiled them into a cohesive narrative that I can get behind. For example, the reactivation of the Arcadian to distract citizens is similar to how the Emperor Commodus returned the Gladiator games to the people in the movie Gladiator. And the use of beast souls in the arena is akin to steroids or performance-enhancing drugs, illustrating the dire consequences of becoming something you're not meant to be. It's concepts like these that are easy to understand, take in, and play along with. We haven't seen the Savage versions yet, so take this with a grain of salt, but these fights were really fun. The main difference is pace. There were previous tiers where the normal raids felt harder or easier, but the pace of Dawntrail fights is exactly what I've been asking for. More mobility and on-the-fly thinking. In Dawntrail, you are constantly moving, dodging, and repositioning, which I love. It reminds me of the fast-paced fights like Anamorphosis or E4 Titan. Comparing to the first tier of Endwalker, Erycthonios, Hippocampus, the Phoenix, and Hesperos, this fight's tiers are more interesting and fun, although Hippocampus did have some interesting positioning and mechanics. Comparing this to Shadowbringers, Eden Prime, Voidwalker, Leviathan, and Titan, this tier is about equal to me, which says a lot because I really loved Eden's Gate series. The mechanic design was simple, replicating previously seen mechanics, leaving it feeling a bit predictable. It is good that the first fight isn't too crazy or hard though. This mechanic, Mauser, where the glass shatters, had my brain really cooking. This mechanic, Elevate and Eviscerate, lets you aim where you'll be launched, and choosing the wrong one makes you fall through. Despite being simple and predictable, the pacing kept it fun. I went through this the first time with no wipes. I'm gonna go and give this a 6 out of 10. This fight is bonkers. We wiped, and we wiped early. There are unique mechanics that weren't intuitive and had to be figured out. The pacing was incredible, and certain phases had me panic to find a safe spot. This fight displays more unique mechanics and will be a nightmare in Savage. I'm gonna give this one 9 out of 10. This fight exemplifies how I feel about this tier. Simple mechanics with perfect pacing. Constant movement, dodging, and considering of incoming mechanics. Very little downtime, and lots of fire. I'm gonna give mechanics on this one 8 out of 10. I hope the Savage version of this has the same feel. This fight involves memorization mechanics, quick movement, and positioning. I never felt like there was a moment to sit and think too much. I was kept on my toes the entire time. Many of these mechanics are rehashes from previous encounters, but the pacing makes the simple mechanics feel right. Overall, I had a lot of fun with these fights, which is the most important part. The fights felt like a game instead of a chore. I don't remember having this much fun in previous tiers. The keyword here is pacing. Everything feels like it's happening faster. And my biggest complaint from last year was there was too much thinking and not enough playing. If Savage and the rest of this expansion feel like these fights, it's going to be a lot of fun. So what do you guys think? Were the fights fun? Not fun? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I enjoy reading them and I'm sure others do too. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoy this content and want to see more, consider becoming a channel or Patreon member. Or another free and easy way to support the channel is to hit like or subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.